It wants us to thrive and feel good in every aspect of our lives. This human experience is not supposed to be about struggle and frustration and, suffrage and all of that. So we can allow it in or we can resist it.
So you think the universe wants us to make money, wants us to live our best life, to be successful in every type, including financial?
It wants us to thrive and feel good in every aspect of our lives. This human experience is not supposed to be about struggle and frustration and, suffrage and all of that. Yes, we have contrast. We're in a land of polarity where there's so many different people, opinions, experiences. And when contrast shows up, we can either look at the contrast and say, poor me, it's because of my parents that I can't get my head financially, and it's poor this, and oh, I'm separate from all the things I desire and I can't ever have it. Like, we can go there and stay there, which many people do, or we can pivot off of the contrast and say, okay, this is evidence of what I don't prefer. So what do I want instead? I want this experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've had the experience of being majorly in debt and not having enough money. I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. So I'm going to put my focus and attention on having money, feeling what it feels like to be free, feeling the appreciation for what I do have, taking every action I need with full presence. It's not about working hard. It's working with full presence, like putting yourself into everything and then reaping your rewards.
Thank you, Christy. That was excellent. I think that can be a great starting point to really learn about this topic from a realm that they don't really teach in finance books. I mean, this is going into a different level. Thank you.
It's the spiritual principles of money, really.
Yeah.
When, and it's funny too, because Tony, when you talk about it, it's like you could have all the strategies, and I'm sure you've seen this with clients, right? You could have all the strategies to put in place for something that's financial. But if someone has blocks to abundance, if they will not allow themselves, if they have a divergence against wealth, they're going to be fighting against, and they're going to have to be working really, really hard to get the wealth that they want. I've seen, like, I had the opportunity of growing up with, like I said, my parents, had a lot of very wealthy friends. And my dad, he was the hardest working person I've ever met. He would work 6 days a week. Sometimes he would get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and be at the office at 5:15. I mean, when he had a job, I mean, he was fully focused, wouldn't come home until it was done. I mean, hard working person. But he had Murphy's Law posters on his walls, right? If something's going to go wrong, it really is going to go wrong, right? And I remember looking at that as a kid all over his office, because there was lots of them. And I'd be like, that's so disempowering. Like, that doesn't feel good, right? He truly expected everything to go wrong. He truly expected, like he has still to this day, he's 89, catastrophic thinking. But yet his friends and the people they associated with that made a lot of money, they were positive thinkers, like in Think and Grow Rich. This is what we're talking about, like the book Think and Grow Rich, right? It's like they were positive thinking. They have a really positive outlook on life. They expected to succeed. If they put something into something, they expected nothing but success. And some of them you would go, like my dad would say, oh, well, they just got lucky. No, they were in a place of positive expectation that this was going to happen. And so they allowed in the wealth that was their divine birthright. So we can allow it in or we can resist it.